watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. I know this time of day.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the New Watch. We'll take it from here. I'm Jimmy, and with us, as always, Mr. Tony York.
Good morning, people. Right.
I couldn't hear you, Tone.
I said, good morning, people. How's everybody doing?
Shittily. What's
Yeah,
up?
get that shit. I feel like shit today. Got a fucking migraine coming on, too.
Oh, well, me screaming into your ear shouldn't, hurt it any.
I don't get affected by sounds like that.
Oh.
Lights flashing are way worse.
Well, I'll make sure to take out the epileptic portion of this show. Epileptic?
Oh.
Epileptic.
That's not a big deal. I can just close my eyes and start irritating.
What's up, Sammy? Sammy hopes you feel better soon.
Thank you. I do too.
Yeah, it'll be soon enough. I mean, the guy's only got a few years left anyway.
Hopefully when the old lady gets home, I can get her second poison out. Be all well then.
Yeah, you tell her the antidote is in there. What's up, Scotty? Big time chat today, boys.
I actually had to get meds from the doctor for fucking chicken.
What medicine do they give for chiggers? Kool-Aid?
Permethrin,
What is that?
bug killer.
Oh, so it's a preventative thing. Like the chiggers don't cause anything.
I suppose they would if you're allergic, but they're like kind of like intense mosquito bites, fucking binging. And then imagine having that only every fucking half inch of the lower half of your body.
What are they? Are they like fucking shit? Like what are them? The cicadas? Are they like them? What are they like?
Microscopic spiders, best definition I've got.
Oh, microscope. So they're little guys.
Yeah, you can't see them with the naked eye.
Oh.
You can see the fucking bites, and you can feel them.
Shawnee says the Rona pox. What's up, Shawnee?
The funny thing is this is like the fifth time we've been down there on the site for hours at a time. This is the first time I've ever got them from down there. I've had them like in the state forest every fucking year.
Shawnee says if you put a watermelon out front, all the chiggers will go to that.
Nah, they won't.
What's up, Ozzy?
Hey, Sean, Mikey, Scotty.
Oh my!
I just want the old lady to suck my dick.
Well, it's a good plot, good ploy.
And if she won't, then I'm going to have to outsource, I suppose.
Yeah, nah. I was gonna say get one of them chiggers to do it, but it doesn't make sense. Is it weird to anyone else that the majority of unsolved crimes from vandalism to murder are missing children?
Run that by me again.
Is it weird to anyone that the majority of unsolved crimes, from vandalism all the way up until murder, is missing children.
I
Did you
don't know.
drop your fork?
No, that's a bullet falling over.
Oh, I was gonna say, I swear to God, if you dropped your fork, you're a comic genius and you fucking 20 steps ahead of me. Um,
That was me knocking over a 44 Magnum round. Sorry.
it's all right. I thought that's okay. I thought it was hilarious, but
If you're telling the truth, man, thank you.
ow. About what?
Crushing up mothballs. Run into a sprayer and spread them over the yard. Coat the fucking yard in mothballs. Go on.
A mothball? Isn't that just like a fucking cobweb? I don't know. I guess I've never seen a mothball before, so fuck you
Mothball
guys.
reminds me a lot of one of them fucking toilet pucks.
Mothballs aren't something you can buy, is it?
Yes,
Get the fuck out of here. I thought it was
not the
something.
nuts off a moth, you Bill
No,
Ross.
no, I thought it was something that a moth makes.
No,
Like, oh, I'm fucking moths are making fucking mothballs in the corner again, son of a bitch. Okay, makes feral cats stay away too. Well, we all know that everybody hates cats, so fucking why not? But yeah, it's crazy to me though, man. We got all these missing kids, and then we got all of these fucking famous pedophiles. Uh, where are the kids going, man? Is McDonald's making hamburgers out of them like the rumors say? Parents must not seriously have no observation skills if their fucking kids are going mad. That's what I don't understand. And especially, like, you even watch some of these movies to set it up to look like it could happen to anybody. But, like, nah, motherfucker. Why? Stop staring the fucking corn dog man deeply into the eye while you're fucking bullshitting with him at the carnival. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. I don't know. It's just weird as fuck. I don't know. Tony, it's weird you don't have anything to say about it, Tony. Do you have a basement? Am I even on? Is Tony there? I guess Tony is gone. It says we're still going. It says I got internet. It says Tony's right there. I guess he's gone. Maybe he didn't want to talk about, maybe he had to go hide them fucking kids or something. We have all these missing kids because John Walsh quit. He was like, fuck them kids. Yeah, nobody, you know what? That is a decent point, Shawnee. Nobody, nobody had any respect for him. Yeah, I know Scotty is weird. I don't know. So somebody call Tony. Make sure he's doing okay. Are my headphones all the way up? Yep. Headphones blasting. Um. Like, fuck, Jimmy's on to me. I gotta go fucking put a tarp over these little bastards. I don't know. I guess we could just move on. I was gonna have a cigarette and let Tony drone on about something, but he's gone. Yeah, he's gone now. I'll miss him. Um, pacemaker battery died. Tony, Tony just shut down. Tony shutting down. Oh shit. Well, He did say that he wasn't feeling good and he had a little migraine, so maybe. Johnny. Who told you about this? What do the numbers mean, Mason? Um, fucking, who cares? All right, Tony, if you're listening out there, hope you're okay. We're gonna get into some shit right now, so you might want to hold your horses, fellers. This is. Oh no, we're not gonna do the thing right now. This is a video from like the 1950s. I don't know if this is gonna work good without Tony here. Um, Sammy says they must not have learned to keep an eye on their fucking front yards and shit. The famous parent lines, "Stay where I can see you and don't run off" type shit. Yeah, but usually I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of just going off of movies, but every time I've ever seen a parent say, "Yeah, stay where I can see you," they always got their face buried in a fucking book or an iPad or a computer or some shit like that. So Tony lays dying from 300 rounds of 9mm sent his way, like the final scene in Hero. He says, "Who the fuck is Mason?" Nah, I don't think Tony's gonna be dying from any shootouts anytime ever.
Diddle dum dum, diddle dum dum. There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and Bert the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt.
There once was a turtle named Bert, and Bert was a turtle that was very alert. Let's get this OBS thing on here and make fun of people from the 50s. Oh, Tony just knew I was going to talk shit about him later. About whoring out the early watch to anyone that would take him, and he's ducked out of here before that could happen. Alright, let's see if we can see this thing.
He knew just what to do. He ducked and covered, ducked
And cover.
He did what we all must learn to do. You
and you
and you
and you ducked
It's
and covered.
it's very easy to say duck and cover is an effective method if you have a fucking turtle shell.
Practicing to duck and cover just as you do in
I'm
your
gonna
school.
try to read the. Hold on, let me pull
We
up
all
my
know
phone.
the atomic bomb is very
I'm gonna pull up my phone right now so I can still read your guys' comments and all that shit. Yowzes.
dangerous life. That's why these children are practicing to duck and cover just as you do in your school. We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. Since it may be used against us, we must get ready for it, just as we are ready for many other dangers that are around us all the time. Fire is a danger. It can burn whole buildings if someone is careless. But we are ready for fires. We have a fine fire department to put out the fire, and you have fire drills in your school so you know what to do. Automobiles can be dangerous too. They sometimes cause bad accidents, but we are ready. We have safety rules that car drivers and people who are walking must obey. Now, we must be ready for a new danger, the atomic bomb. First,
Excuse me. They go straight from fucking crossing the street and riding your bike to an atomic bomb. Oh my god. New Watch podcast. It must be some seriously shitty parents or the neighborhood isn't that good if the kids are being taken and it's broad daylight. You know what it is though too? It's happening. The statistic I was reading, I'm past it so I'm not going back, but the thing that I was reading, it's nationwide. It's nationwide and actually it's worldwide, but the statistic they were doing was across America, but they were going into how this shit happens all across the world. And that escalated very quickly. It got out of hand. Um, But yeah, so fucking, I don't know if it's necessarily got anything to do with the bad neighborhoods. And and most of these kids, I mean, I know white doesn't really matter necessarily when it comes to rich or poor, but a lot of these kids are like white kids and white families, and it happens at parks, and it happens at fucking. There's not a lot of kids. There are. It happens, but there's not a lot of kids, or it's not the majority of kids that get snatched up are from their homes. It's usually from somewhere else, a mall, um, a mini mall, fucking carnivals, all that shit, man. Wherever it's public and it's a lot of people and they could fucking, you know, look over there while I snatch your child. That type of shit. It's okay, Jimmy. Today's soft ass kids are protected by the blanket of liberal thought. That's impenetrable since it banned parents from telling their kids otherwise. Yeah, just let them fucking. If you got one of them kids, like, no, mom, just fucking let them shits get kidnapped. What up? What up, sexy? I remember them drills back in grade school. I remember in middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we had drills similar to this, but they explained the duck and cover better. Like they would say, like the duck and cover, it may not save you, but if you put your hands over your neck, it'll stop glass from getting into anything vital. And like they had their own whole new thing of bullshit. I wouldn't honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the kids were still doing it. So you're saying the MK Ultra is still going on? Of course, of course.
You have to know what happens when an atomic bomb explodes. You will know when it comes. We hope it never comes, but bigger than the sun, or throw you against a tree or a wall. It is such a big explosion, it can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town. But if you duck and cover like Bert, you'll be
But if you are a fucking turtle, you should be
much
fine.
safer. You know how bad sunburn can feel. The atomic bomb flash could burn you worse than a terrible sunburn, especially where you're not covered. Now, you and I don't have shells to crawl into like Bert the Turtle, so we have to cover up in our own way. First, you duck, and then you cover. And very tightly, you cover the back of your neck and your face. Duck and cover underneath a table or desk or anything else close by. In Betty's school, they are talking about the atomic bomb, too. Betty is asking her teacher, how can we tell when the atomic bomb may explode?
Make sure you're all clutter into the same room as well. It'll make cleanup easier after the fallout.
And her teacher is explaining that there are two kinds of attack, with warning and without any warning. We think that most of the time we will be warned before the bomb explodes, so there will be time for us to get into our homes, schools, or some other safe place.
Yeah, Shawnee says we had something called the disaster drill. They'd move you into a slightly more central room. It's easier for cleanup. Um, you roll into a ball with your head against the wall and your hands over the bed. Yeah, heads against the lockers, kids. That's yeah. Um, just bend over and kiss your ass goodbye. It's a lot easier. Well, that's the thing too with airplanes when they tell you to put your head between your legs. I'm pretty sure it's so your neck snaps faster and you die painlessly or something like that, and then you're in a nice little compact folded up ball for the cleanup crews to scrape out of the chairs and shit like that. So I don't know. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this was especially for an atomic bomb. This is for an easier cleanup, pretty much. Um, that is after 10,000 years of radiation. Oh, you know. So when the wall collapses and crushes you, your dental records have one last chance to identify you. Yeah. Yeah, I guess your teeth are safely buried against the floor. Um, whereas Tony, I want to joke and say dead, but I really don't know at this point. He did have enough uh, physical movement to hang up the phone call on Discord, so we're hoping he's all right. I know he said he didn't feel good earlier and he had an oncoming migraine. But then we started talking about missing, disappeared, kidnapped children. And this motherfucker ran out of here so fast you could see the fog of smoke in the shape of his body. Oh God. I know you've got to let kids be kids, but how bad does this shit have to get before you have to keep your kids inside with a loaded rifle and shotgun waiting for those motherfuckers? I mean, honestly, we're already fucking kids are getting snatched up in broad daylight. Um, Other countries, I assume other countries are worse just because kidnapping exists in other countries anyway, especially with Americans and shit like that. And you guys remember that whole Madeline McCain story? I'm not going to get into how John or Tony Podesta or whatever Podesta fucking stole that kid. We're not going to get up to that. But kids go missing all the time, man, and I'm pretty sure that it's gotten worse over the generations, not better. Um, Tony has chickenpox. um, Oz says that's so your pile of dust is smaller. Yeah. You're compact into a little bit of. But our thing was kind of more like Shawnee's, where it was like a disaster drill because it was more or less for like I said, keeping glass out of your shit. So it was like hurricanes or fucking tornadoes or fucking, you know, chickenpox will be the new Biden economy killing lockdown craze sweeping America from Middle West outward or Biden pox. You know, and it is funny um, that fucking coronavirus kind of just went away. Like I don't hear anybody talking about coronavirus. My in-laws were the worst for this shit. They would be like, "Oh, you gotta wear your mask. You gotta, we're going out. I don't care if nobody else has to wear their mask." But now they don't even think about masks anymore. I don't even think they know where their masks are. Um, and I'm sure they're not the only fucking news loyal people that are in this world. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Notice the signs: redness, itching, a frenzied disdain for thoughts from the left, empty pockets, and bank accounts. That's the Biden pox. If you begin to notice these symptoms, do not contact your doctor. Just duck and cover. Yeah. Duck and cover. And it's also best to tie a belt around your fucking neck if you have the Biden pox. I'm not a father, but if I were, I'd make sure they're safe, but let them be kids still, Jesus. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, what are you going to do? If God wants a fucking kid to get kidnapped, that kid's going to get kidnapped. So, there ain't nothing you could do about it. Parenting be damned.
Our civil defense workers and our men in uniform will do everything they can to warn us before enemy planes can bring a bomb near us.
Yeah.
You may be in your schoolyard playing when the signal comes. That signal means to stop whatever you are doing and get to the nearest safe place fast. Always remember, the flash of an atomic bomb can come at any time, no matter where you may be.
Come along, children. Get into your piles. The Russians are coming. Try to get to this.
Fast. Here are some older boys showing what to do if the flash comes when you are not in the classroom. This is what to do if you should be in a corridor. You duck and cover tight against the wall this way. Remember to keep your face and the back of your neck covered tightly. Try to fall away from windows or doors with glass in them.
Yo.
Then, if the glass
What's
breaks...
up? We're watching a video.
What are we watching?
Duck and Cover, 1950, I believe.
Wow, that's old.
What's going on? You, what's going on? What's going on, you?
Oh, little sore from yesterday.
What, did you have Tony come over or something?
No, I had some. I hired some guys to come over and do some work on the land, and I had to supervise and tell them what to do. That's hard work, man.
Oh, so your throat is really sore, huh?
Yeah, yeah. That and I didn't have a chair to sit down, so I had to stand up all day. It sucked.
I barely have a voice anymore.
Yeah.
That's cool. What'd you get done to the fucking get
Uh,
done to the ranch?
the range is awesome now. It's a few more. I got a few more feet out of it, so I think the range is about anywhere between 100 and 200 yards now.
Nice.
So
Nice. What do you got as a backstopper? Is it just dirt?
it's all well. It, I've got tons of forestry right behind the backstop,
Right.
so it's like 400 acres of forestry back there, and there's also in the middle between there. There's also a river there, so I'm not worried.
What if you're shooting at Sepney and one of them little fucking kidnapped kids is running around in the forest trying to get free and they think that,
No,
oh God, there's a house. I'm almost there. And then fucking boom. You killed
yeah,
killed
yeah,
their
no,
dreams.
yeah. So, well, you're doing the whole duck and cover. Get the '80s nuclear duck and cover thing. You know, remember that we did it in the '80s where the nuclear drills where you had to stay underneath your desk if a nuclear weapon hit. It's not
Yeah.
like it's gonna do anything. You're gonna get vaporized anyways. But hey, you're underneath the desk at least.
Yeah, well, this one gets to that eventually, and it was gonna be a joke that I told, but he ruined it, so it's cool.
All right. I'm ruining things
But
because
no, yeah, but when a ceiling fall, even if it's just like a drop tile ceiling or something like that, once it starts
yeah,
falling on your desk, I'm pretty sure it's not
pretty
gonna
sure you're
save you.
screwed. You're screwed. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but these,
what happened with Sean? Told me Tony wasn't feeling well. What's going on with him?
as soon as I mentioned missing children in the world, he fucking vamoosed.
Oh
I'm
boy.
figuring he had to throw a tarp on the little motherfuckers or something. Uh,
Sean, I already feel like that already. So I guess I'm already there.
what? One day you will wake up and something that worked perfectly fine the day before will hurt or stop working completely without warning or reason. Welcome to your 40s. Just do exercise, Shawnee. Calisthenics, stretching. Start your day with a stretch.
Yep. That's me, Sammy. How's it going?
Would you start your day with a stretch? I didn't see what Sammy said. Oh, that's
Yeah.
everybody's favorite guy, Night Strike.
Yeah. No, it's not my birthday. My birthday was August 29th. I'm only 39, but Sean's saying when you hit 40, you're gonna feel that. And I'm like, I'm feeling that already at 39, so I don't really think it matters whether I'm 40 or not.
Oh, it's Mad Sexy's birthday. Fucking goofy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it his birthday?
Yeah, he's 4. He just said later gotta go. My birthday
Ooh.
party, 40 today. But who the
Yeah.
fuck has a birthday party? Where's Sexy at? California?
Yeah.
Who
It's
has a birthday party at 7:37 in the morning?
uh it's 10:37 here.
Yeah, but he's in California.
He's probably already at work too, so what's the matter?
He don't got a job, I don't think. Does he? Does Mad Sex? Anybody know if Mad Sex has got a job?
He's got a cell phone and he's probably got earbuds. He's probably got a job.
Oh, okay. He said it starts at 35. I don't. I'm there already. I'm at 35, and I feel every day I wake up. If I didn't smoke and drink alcohol, I'd be fucking
Yeah.
tip top, perfect physical fucking physique in my fat stomach. But other than that,
Yeah, your fat stomach.
that yeah, it puts a damper on things. But you know,
It puts a damper. It gets in the way. You can't see your toes no more. You're getting there. You're getting there.
I can still see my prick, so I'm happy about that.
Well, mirrors do wonderful.
Night Strike's a comedian over here. Hey, you know what? I think we just found. Are you free Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays?
I'm trying to get back. It's just shit's happening. because I had them working on the land, and now I got to do a lot of work. You know, as you mentioned earlier about a backstop, I am actually thinking about getting some wooden boards, and probably making like a box trap of sand for the
Yeah,
backstop, so I can put up like a giant, just like sheet of wood, and just staple targets to it.
yeah. Or just get
So,
sand,
and
truckload of sand,
and
and dump that shit in there.
and I do have metal targets, so that's what I'm working on, man, right now. And then it's just I'm dealing with family too, so our family is really close. So I do whatever I can for them, and they do whatever they can for me too. So
Oh yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Shit.
that's how it's supposed. That's how families are supposed to be. But not everybody's blessed with family that actually do what they're supposed to.
Mm.
I get that. I get that. It sucks, and I'm sorry to hear if you have a family that isn't functional.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. My
So
my family isn't functional. um. Well, we know the angry turtle doesn't have a job. Who's the angry turtle?
knives,
Not. Oh, okay, okay.
which is weird because he's Mexican. Can't he just go out and mow lawns? Oh wait, it's California. Never mind.
What does that mean? Is it because it's California because they're everywhere, so they've got that market locked down,
Well,
or do
yeah,
they
I,
not
I
allow
guess.
that? Is it racist?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's a sanctuary state now. That means that they're letting all of them in. So I guess they don't need anybody to mow lawns anymore.
Mm. Ah, I see. Oh yeah,
He's,
hey,
he- he's probably gonna kick me in the nads for that one too.
you'll be all right. He's got to find you first. Hey, I was watching a video the other day. I hate Colion Noir, but I was watching one
I'm
of his
not fond
shits.
of him either, but only because half the shit he says I don't agree with. The other half, he says it weirdly. Like some of the stuff that he says, when he says it, he seems insincere saying it.
Yeah,
That's what I
absolutely.
don't like.
Almost like an actor kind of type of thing.
Yeah,
That's yeah.
he,
That's
he
how
does. He
that's
doesn't sound sincere,
that's the
and I'm
vibe I
like,
get off him too. Is
and
actory.
people go, "Well, Night Strike, you don't sound sincere on half the shit you say." It's because sometimes I'm being sarcastic.
All of
Sarcasm. Remember.
Sammy was asking how many states have these kids been going missing from. There was numbers for every single fucking. There's numbers in Alaska. There's numbers in Hawaii. There's numbers in every single state. There's numbers in the country. Um, I'm sorry, I clicked out of this forever ago, so there's like 100 things. I'm not going back right now, but every
You
state.
gotta figure half of them is people abducting them to do Lord knows what, and the other half are probably human traffickers,
Politicians.
politicians, Epstein, traffickers trying to send them to the Middle East. All the rich people in the Middle East.
Yeah, because they love boys out there. Like them are fucking. That's like their thing.
They don't like gay people, but they like young boys and girls.
Yeah, that's not gay to them because if it's a young boy, I don't know. It's weird how they fucking justify it because they say that young kids are fucking like sexual or whatever, but then they say that it's not gay because they're not sexualized yet because they're still kids. So it's like
Yeah, it's
pedophiles are constantly contradicting themselves. They got to work on that.
honestly it's a lot of bullshit if you ask me. It,
Yeah.
it's it, yeah,
It,
and
they,
it
yeah.
sucks that it happens. I wish we could do more to combat it. Honestly,
They're sickos. That's all it is. They're sick fucking people. That's it.
yeah.
But I was thinking this thing, they might be safe in Illinois right now, though. I don't know. But under a new law, entire categories of crimes such as aggravated robberies, burglaries, hate crimes, aggravated DUIs, vehicular homicide, drug induced homicides, all drug offenses, including delivery of fentanyl and trafficking cases, which, I mean, used to hold an attempted murder charge. I don't know if they still do, are not eligible for detention, no matter the severity of the crime or the defendant's risk to a specific person or the community, unless the people prove by clear and convincing evidence, by the people they mean the prosecution,
Hmm.
by clear and convincing evidence that the person has a high likelihood of willful flight to avoid prosecution, so flight risk. Um, and they're doing this because of the cash bond system in Illinois. They say is broken or doesn't work, whatever.
Yeah, right. It doesn't work. Yet all the criminals who steal all the money can get out easy.
Violent offenders. Forget about the drug dealers for a second. You know, forget about
The
them.
gang leaders.
Yeah, we're having violent offenders that if you get caught, you're gonna get let go right away. They might charge you and process you and do all that shit, but you get to leave and come back later for your court date. Don't matter how many ladies you murdered and raped or whatever, you know.
How many other enemy gang members you killed?
Yeah. Now let me pose this question to you: Why is this? Why I understand the whole new woke culture and the science of feelings and everybody's feelings matter. I get that. But how does
I
this
don't.
fit
I
into?
might need you to explain that because I don't
Well,
understand it at all. Because listen, if you look at New York, nobody gives a fuck about each other in New York. So where the hell is that fucking coming from?
well, exactly. Nobody ever has, but now they got to act like it. They got to say she if you think you're a she. They got to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. In California, it's a misdemeanor to misgender somebody.
Which is why I don't go to California.
And it's crazy to me. Are they going to hold you for that and let you go for your drug trafficking or your attempted murder or whatever like that?
Probably.
Like yeah, you can go. You're free murderer, but you misgenderer, you're going to jail. Doesn't make sense. There's
No,
this.
it doesn't. But Jimmy, the land of your youth seems to be doing things weirdly.
Yeah,
With the cashless bail stuff, because now it's on the burden of the judge to decide whether the person is a risk to let go or not.
yeah. Well, and it's saying here. I don't know how fucking authentic this article is. Like I said, it was from somewhere that I was reading with about Kolian Noor. Let me see. Oh shit, I didn't press it. Da, 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 are not eligible for detention no matter of the severity of their crime or the defendant's risk to a specific person or the community. So if I got arrested for assaulting you or something like that, let's say that fucking um let's say Tony hates Italians and goes to fucking hate crime night strike with a brick and he's his neighbor, but
Okay, then I'd kill him.
regardless of the fact, no, you didn't do nothing. Regardless of the fact that
Oh,
fucking
I hate this. I hate this example.
regardless of the fact that obviously Tony is a fucking danger to Night Strike, and obviously Tony lives right next to Night Strike and hates Night Strike, they'll let him go. It doesn't matter if you're a danger to somebody else.
Well, no. As I said, what with that, the judge is the final determination on that. So the judge could say, "You're a risk. I'm not letting you go."
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
answering that. They can go fuck off. I don't know the number.
What? What? Fuck no, they're not safe in Illinois.
Yeah, no, they're not. No, they're not. I'm, I'm, I'm actually pointing out something that we all know what'll happen. The judge won't do his job because no judge does his job properly. I mean, just look at the Supreme Court. They took them 10 years to start taking, 2A cases.
Yeah, that is true. I'm
It
not
took them
gonna
10
group.
fucking. It took them 10 fucking years to get to one specific genre when they've been focusing on every other fucking genre of court cases, out the yin yang. But only now do they start taking 2A cases. Like, what the fuck? Where you been the last 10 years?
Well, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to lump all judges. I'm sure there's some heroes in there somewhere. You know, like that. Not every cop is bad. You know, some of them want to actually help and serve their community.
I mean,
Some.
it seems now that we got two, semi-conservative Supreme Court justices in that they're now actually starting to actually look at other other cases besides the normal shit.
Yeah.
We're actually looking at constitutional cases, which is good and bad. But again, uh, yeah, with this whole thing, as I said, it's on the judge in Illinois who over the case to say whether or not they deserve bail and whether or not they should be released. And if the judge and here's what they're not telling you, okay?
What?
Even if they're not violent, if the judge thinks they're a threat to the community or to themselves or hell to things they're going to run, the judge can say, hey, you know what, you don't need bail, you can just stay here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there is that option, and that's what they're trying to relay with this whole situation. But again, you know as well as I do that it's just another method for catch and release.
Well, see, and that's what kind of worries me as well, too. What you were just talking about is pretty much discretion. Now, with this whole woke culture and this whole feelings
Yeah,
fucking culture and all that shit,
it's
is
at the
discretion
it's
gonna?
at the judge's discretion.
Yeah.
The bail, whether to release you or not, is at the judge's discretion. So this is not just a wake up call for the criminals in the Illinois justice system. It's also a wake up call for every citizen in Illinois justice system too, because you guys need to worry about whether or not if something happens and you're stuck in a court case, they're giving the judges more power than they should have.
Well, yeah, that too. But what I'm thinking is the other way. Is can discretion be taken away? Because discretion could be a good thing too. It could be like, oh, you know what? I'm supposed to lock you up, but you're not a flight risk. You're not a danger to
Right.
anybody. I'm gonna let you go. Now it's just like their discretion is out the window. You could be looking at a drooling, slobbering, fucking ready to go kill somebody right now, murderer in the face, but he's not a flight risk, and you guys can't prove that he's a flight risk, so I gotta let him go. Like, I don't know. That's what worries me is that discretion is just gonna be taken out the window, and they're gonna be forced to fucking observe every ridiculous bullshit law word for word. I don't know. What's up, Muscles? That's mainly a Chicago policy. That's not the way it is here in Southern Illinois. Oh, well, I'm thinking it just started. So once these things just start, they either one of two things happen. They either go away
No, it goes
or
into
they
effect in
or
January.
or they spread. That's well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just starting, so I don't even know if it's you said January.
Yeah.
Um,
It
so
goes into
it's
effect January. That's why everybody's bitching about it right now because once elections come, everybody's going to be bitching about politics and elections, and then we got Thanksgiving, and then there's going to be Christmas, and nobody's going to be paying attention to shit after that. Then there's going to be New Year's, and by then it's going to be too late.
oh,
You
New
know?
Year, and then especially in Chicago, I know for a fact we all kind of do off of the news reports and shit.
Yeah.
That's the shooting fucking time of the year.
Right.
You got all these
Because
fireworks going off. I'm gonna mask my gunshots with it.
right, right, and that's wrong too. It's like go to a proper range, and shoot if you can. But you got criminals, and criminals are gonna do what criminals are gonna do.
That's yeah.
Can't stop.
Criminal's gonna criminal.
Yep, like Jimmy's youth.
My youth.
I heard in Jimmy's youth he was totally a gangbanger. He's part of the Crips.
Nah, no crippin'. No crippin' in my pippin'.
Oh
Uh,
man.
I got a couple. I listen. I appreciate you coming too. Fucking. I got a couple more things to talk about, and then
Well, let's go.
I'll let
Let's
you
get through it.
go about your day. Why were most hurricanes named after women, and why did they? Was it a feminist thing that they stopped?
No, they weren't always named after women because okay, I live in an area where I get hurricanes all the goddamn time.
Right.
Okay. What the last real bad one here was Hurricane Matthew. That's a male's name. Okay.
But
Uh,
that was after the 90s, correct?
no, that was after the '90s. But let me
Yes.
get let me go further back. '89, South Carolina got a really bad hurricane. It was not '89, but it was in the late '80s. They got a really bad hurricane called Hugo. Okay, so it seems like, more often than not, yes, they give a hurricane a female name, but it's not to say they haven't give her prior hurricanes male names either. It's just we see more female than male these days.
Well, it says
Okay,
here.
because Hurricane Hugo was a really, really bad hurricane that hit the South, and it's South Carolina specifically. And it's just like that was in the '80s. That was before the '90s. And you'll see it if you go back and actually look at the name of the hurricanes. You'll see that there are male hurricane names before '90s, and after it seems like they're giving more female ones, and it's like, yeah, okay, but they're still giving male ones too.
Well, although there was plenty precedent for naming storms after both women and men, the U.S. decided in the early 1950s to settle on a system that only used female names. It's not entirely clear why, but the maritime tradition of referring to the ocean as a woman may have played a factor.
Well,
Then it says here in the 90s, or in the 80s, I apologize, in the 80s, something about fucking, it was the fucking, or late 70s, da 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 da. Both male and females were used to identify Northern Pacific. Nothing says why it changed, though. And
it
I was,
probably just decided, you know what, maybe it's a bit sexist to only use female names.
well, yeah, but who told them it was? Somebody had to tell, they knew it was sexist. Somebody fucking, the sexist history of weather and why hurricanes were named only for women. Hold on, let me see this one.
I don't know. I don't know. I just have to worry about hurricanes. Hurricanes are the reason I had to have guys come out yesterday take care of all the downed trees and tree trunks that I couldn't take care of with a chainsaw because it would take me fucking years.
Hey, you're 100% right. It was directly linked to sexism. And they're like, we need to change
Shot
this.
one for Night Strike. He
Uh,
he figured that one out in 5 minutes.
Point on the board. Didn't even have an article in front of him.
Didn't have an article in front of me.
Muscle says the problem with the piece of shit Safety Act is that it alters the bail guidelines and the leftist judges follow. Well, listen,
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not
I
gonna,
know.
I'm
We're,
not
we're, we're
gonna.
not. We're not promoting it. We're not saying it's a good thing. We're only going over the facts that we have right.
Well, yeah, and I'm not gonna argue that. I would say too that the cash bail system and the way that way it's broken. I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I would say they're not trying to fix the bail system. They're trying to ruin it even further than it already is.
Yeah, and why? That's what I don't get. Is that they're not looking for a change. They're not. Well, it is a change, a big change, but they're not
It is
looking
a
to.
change, yes.
They're not looking to change the system in place. They're just gonna fucking get rid of it completely, which I think that could be, to use a gay liberal word, problematic.
Yeah.
So I
Who
don't know.
knows? Who knows? They might see the return of the window washers.
Yeah, that's yeah. Um,
Jimmy knows what I'm talking about.
yeah. Podcasts suck. Night Strike.
Yeah, I didn't do mine last night. I was feeling like an old man. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry about that. I'll do better. I promise. I'll probably do a makeup one this evening or later this week.
Yeah. Don't commit to nothing.
I'm not committing.
I learned that mistake the hard way. Don't commit
Yeah,
to
yeah, I
shit.
know. Then people like me and Tony call you out on it. You get all pissy and bitchy like we married you or something.
But you said, Jimmy. I see you and Tony together harmonizing.
Yeah. Fuck you too.
Would be funny if it cost Jelly Bean. Would be funny if this cost Jelly Belly this election. Oh yeah, and he's talking about in
Yeah,
Illinois. Yeah.
yeah, that would be.
Podcasts suck. They're
So
boring. They're repetitive. They're
yeah,
self-indulgent.
especially ones led by Yimmy.
The forced humor.
Especially these podcasts run by this guy named Yimmy. He thinks he's so funny with these phone calls.
The insincere shilling. Yeah, the forced humor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello, I
no,
am here for the internship. That wasn't funny.
No,
Um,
no. It's like, hello, I am here for the internship. Can I please get a spot on the podcast?
yeah, you're hired. I just fired this old motherfucker earlier today for fucking stealing kids.
I love guns and calling people and stealing their money.
Okay, do you kidnap children?
No, I do not kidnap children.
You're hired.
Yay! No, fuck that.
um,
But
is it true, Night Strike? You're part of a big, whole, huge, popular network of podcasts. Is it true that all podcasts want each other to fail unless they can get more subs or cool stuff off of them?
I think that's not true at all.
Okay, all right, good.
Because you know, honestly, are you gonna tell me Never Enough Family's gonna fail?
No, no,
No,
I said, do most podcasts want each other to fail? Does Hit or
no,
Miss want uh, Guns and
no,
Geeks to fail?
no, no. And Guns and Geeks doesn't want Hit or Miss to fail. Honestly, most if not half of my subscribers came from that in the first place. So
Okay,
y-
does
so
does
the big what should happen with podcasts is like if you join another one, you get your name out there, to a larger audience, and then that bigger podcaster helps you get more subscribers to listeners to send your message out. That's how it's normally supposed to work. And
yeah, that you're supposed. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. You
and
get
that's
subs
why
off of each other.
that's why you interact with each other, and you promote each other's shows, so both of your messages get out there to as many people possible. That's the end goal. But you got a lot of hate with people because people are assholes and people just want to see the world burn. So
Hell yeah,
instead of doing it the right way, they do it the wrong way, and they come up with reasons why they're failing because they're not doing it right.
hell yeah. I just want to watch
Because
the world burn too.
well, yeah,
I'm
Jimmy,
just,
you want to watch it burn so you can get you can put your weenies on a stick and put it over the fire, and you can make yourself s'mores too.
yeah, and I could get content out of it.
Well, who would watch the content at that point if the world's already burning? Nobody's gonna watch.
Hopefully, Ozzy and Scotty and Muscles and Sammy and Sean.
Most of those guys watch me too.
Yeah, I know. You got them from us.
No. I think I had them before you. I had them
Nah.
before you.
When did Hit or Miss? When did you and Smeggy start Hit or Miss? Or well, when
Like
did you start it? And you know what I mean.
when me and Speggy started, we started it in 2015.
Okay, so you are about a little bit less than a year ahead of me.
A little bit more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it was November 2nd, 2016.
But before that, we were doing Smeggy's show, and the Smeggy's, what you call it? We were doing his open lobbies. So for at least a year before that. So
Why are hurricanes usually named after women? We're trying to figure that out ourselves, Muscles.
we're trying to figure that out, but they are named after men because they did do it in the 80s. So
Yeah, they had a Hugo and they had an Alexander. Well, Alex.
Yeah.
Alex could be a boy or a girl's name.
True, but I mean,
You never know.
but it's the type of girl where unless you check, there might be a dick there.
Yeah, which you have to do a lot of nowadays, actually.
Yeah, and you gotta and we gotta we gotta follow our great former commander in chief's instructions. Now you gotta grab it by the pussy. Make sure it's there.
My, what a big clitoris you have, Grandma. Better to fuck you in the ass with.
Wow, that's spicy.
Hot tamale.
Hot.
Do you agree that any retard can podcast? I mean, look at Tony.
Well, unfortunately, that one's true. Unfortunately, that one is true. And I'm not saying this to be mean, but there are actual people that are of the thought disabled type that do have their own podcasts.
On the spectrum?
Yes, on the spectrum. Yes. So yes, anyone, literally anyone can do it. As long as you're able to, put a voice to a microphone, you can do a podcast.
Yeah, that's autism with a Y.
No, I'm not. I'm not claiming that. I'm not claiming that, Tism. No way.
Oh shit. And then what the Q&A? I hate Q&A podcast. That's the whole part of the like
Well,
self-indulgent shit. Like, who the fuck cares?
no. Some Q&A is fun. Okay.
Like
Now,
what?
Jimmy, gun Q&A.
Okay.
That's fun because we talk about a whole bunch of different guns.
Yeah, but the Q&A, the podcast Q&A podcasts are usually not about that. It's usually like, what's your
No.
favorite fucking color? What do you eat?
Well, you also have to realize that's viewer interaction.
That is true. I feed off of that like a vampire.
Right. That's viewer interaction. So the more you get the viewer interacting with the podcaster, then the viewer feels that they are part of the podcast and they're just not sitting out there on in the bleachers watching.
Right.
That's what the whole Q&A thing is about. It's about contributing to the show.
Gotcha.
Instead of being the guy on the other side on the bleachers just watching, twiddling his thumbs. Saying, "I'm here. I'm here."
Here.
It's great. It's great, but it's more fun to have a conversation with your audience, and make them part of the show than it is to just sit there and just drone on and on to them.
Yeah.
That's what the Q&A is for. So what's the next one?
When are we gonna do a New Watch podcast Q&A session?
Honestly, the way you do the New Watch, honestly, guys, if you got questions for Jimmy, just ask him. He'll answer them.
Yeah, I do. I need it.
You know,
I need content.
if you guys want to do just strictly an all Q&A show with Jimmy, just ask Jimmy to do one. Jimmy will do one. We can have a couple questions. We can talk about a couple topics, and then we can just move on. Because honestly, Q&As aren't hard.
No, that's probably the easiest shit to do.
No, it really is. But again, I love hanging out with the guys out on the YouTube side. I love their questions. I love their comments, really, because some of their comments are fucking hilarious. And no, I love the interaction. That's why I keep doing it.
Right.
And that's why you do it, because you love the jokes.
It works if you work it.
Well, the problem is you're working a little too hard on that street corner.
Overtime, baby. And then lastly, a friend of the show, a dear friend of the show, someone who's been around. You've been around. You were around a lot. Tony was around.
I'm around everywhere, so
Well, no, I just mean the early watch though. But I'm just saying he's a friend that I'm trying to compare. He's been a friend of the show, like Priest. Remember Priest?
Yeah, I remember Priest.
He's like a friend of the show, like Priest. Like he usually showed up in the chats and fucking was talking and shit like that. Whatever.
I miss Amit though. Amit was golden.
Yeah, Amit had a lot of good shit, especially when his wife got mad.
And he was fucking hilarious too. I mean, he had some great jokes for being some guy who lived in another country.
Yeah, he had a good sense of humor for sure.
Yeah,
he had a better sense of humor than some of the fucking people that we have. Yeah, absolutely.
Some of the people we have on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, so we had a friend of the chat, and they're doing an early chat. And I don't know if it was a coincidence. I'm not here.
I'm not here.
Don't worry.
He's like,
you ain't the only one, Outcast, that fucking does that shit.
Oh, Scott! Wow, that's spicy.
Bro, doesn't count as a person.
We're not counting him in the first place.
Nah. But yeah, we had a friend in the chat, and they call it the early chat now, and I don't know if this is this war? Or is it a coincidence? Is it a cry for help? Does he miss us?
That you may want to send an email saying, ask him if he needs anybody to talk to, or what's going on.
Or a
You
voice
know,
memo. I noticed you've stolen my name. And
know, it's like, why are you doing the early? I mean, do I need to have my lawyers contact your lawyers and have my people talk to your people?
yeah, hey, yeah.
You
Hey, matter of fact, everybody keep early out of your shit.
I don't know if you could actually claim that one unless you got that copyrighted.
I'm about to copyright the word early.
It's either copyrighted or trademarked. I'm not sure which, but it's
Both. I'm
one
gonna
of the
do
two.
both. I'm gonna do
All
both because
right,
I
all
want
right.
residuals. I want
Well, good luck.
residuals. Even for Webster's fucking dictionary better pay me something after this.
Ooh,
Um,
I don't know if you'll get that one.
yeah, I
That might
know.
be a tough fight.
Yeah, they've been around for longer than me. Um,
Yeah,
but they
for like
never
the whole length of the country.
put any stamps on any of their words though. I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
But yeah, so we pretty much established all podcasts suck except for this one. So watch this one and only
Or,
this
or,
one.
or watch Hit or Miss when we have Hit or Miss. These nice
Yeah,
stuff.
if hit or miss is on, it's usually good.
Also watch Sean's War Room every Friday night at 9 Central.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't consider that's more of a well, it is a podcast though, but I would consider that more of a discussion room. But yeah,
Well, news discussion.
it's a podcast. Let's just call it a spade
Yeah.
a spade.
Yeah.
Call it just let's just call a chigger a spade.
I don't. He's not doing the weekend review because the War Room is taking precedent. So
Well, that is what else is going on really.
it's the weekend review special edition. You know, the War Room. That's what that is.
All right. I want to thank Night Strike for coming. I'm gonna come back on Friday. Friday's gonna be our religion show. Friday's gonna be the day where I try to prove Gnosticism is valid.
Well,
So
no one says it's invalid. You know, it's just that that those that are a part of religion are going to argue on it.
the right one, let's call it that. They got the stuff.
If you say so.
I'm gonna argue that point anyway. I'm Catholic, so I don't really fully believe it, but
No, so am I. But I'm Catholic as well. But that doesn't mean I do believe it. But I don't let my life I don't let it consume my life though.
no, you can't.
I'm not super religious like that.
But yes, I think it'll be a fun little argument. You're more than welcome to come. I don't know if Tony's going to be here. Otherwise, I'll have it by myself. I don't give a shit. But Friday, we're going to be talking about religion.
Yeah, I'll be here probably.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Thank you, Night Strike, for coming by. You want to plug anything? You got anything coming up right now?
No, I don't have anything going on. So just shut up, be infringed. There we go.
All right, everybody. Have a good one and fuck off.
Yep.
You're watching the NWP podcast.